Yeah. See in your text. Get it? Say die. Can I hear this? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, now is the time. You guys can get your notebooks. You guys can get your waters, your little snacks. It's gonna be 2 hours long. How's everybody doing tonight? They can talk in their chat. Do a roll call. So open up the chat. Everyone can chat now. Okay, let's do a roll call. Can you guys put your name in the chat box for me? Want to do a roll call? Is everyone here? Packages. Here we got Shalik, shipment. Yeah, you guys put your Instagram names in there. That'll be good too. I like to do the blast where we can follow each other, get well acquainted. So everyone can put your name in there, put your IG name in there.
This is the icon at top right suggest is an Instagram-based effort where they're appealing to this young mom
What is that? A video?
And they're
Is
actually
that someone's
community
background?
managing as well as putting out messaging.
I think that's someone's background.
What strategies are they?
Yeah, please. So I'm at my office right now, ladies, where I have good lighting. I have no distractions, no kids bothering me. So I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to get on. Okay. Okay, so everybody has their water, their notebooks, because there's gonna be a lot of notes. Everyone should be taking a lot of notes. This is gonna be a 2-hour webinar. You guys can show your face too. I wanna see y'all face. I don't care if y'all got on bonnets. Hey, I don't care if y'all got on bonnets or nothing. I don't care. I wanna see y'all face. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Jeanette. Hey, Angelique. Hey, T. Who's by? That's you? Who? Safari? Okay. You guys got your notebook? Ready? We're gonna start in like 3 more minutes. I'm gonna give another 2 people a chance to get on, and then we're gonna start. We're just gonna go into it. So y'all ready to be Airbnb hosts? Are you guys like ready? Yes, she got her hands up. Yes. It's so exciting, girl. This is like, you know, you guys know I have several businesses. I have like over 5 or 6 companies that I run, and Airbnb is like the best one because I don't have to deal with people. I don't have to go face to face with them. My stuff is all automated. All I'm doing is this. Are you good with checking in? Is everything going smooth? Check-in instructions and all that. So Airbnb is the best thing that ever happened to me, I can say. I love the idea of working smarter, not harder. So that's the concept you're gonna go with this business. I think everybody's on. So another 2 minutes and then we can get started. We have a guest host too. She's a credit repair specialist. She's gonna help you guys out too. Some people have challenge credit. You know, challenge credit doesn't really matter, but it does. Because I'll speak on that later on. But you just wanna have some type of decent credit. Also too, a bonus for you guys joining tonight. I have a funding company that I just joined with, and they can help you to fund your new business. So I think the credit score is, I believe it's like 530, 550, something like that. And we can talk about that on an individual basis. Like you guys can call me, email me, we can talk about it if you do need funding. So that's the extra bonus tonight.
They got good interest rates?
Not
funding?
really. I mean, you know, it depends on your credit score. I'll say that. So if you have challenging credit, I like to say challenging. I don't like to say bad credit. If you have challenging credit, they do work with you. I think they go up to like 52 months financing, 52 or 62, I'm not for sure, but it's great to start off with no money, like running a business, no money, then you can make your money back and make installments towards your loan you take out. I wish I would have known this before I got started, but I use my business credit to fund my whole Airbnb, literally. Like my first Airbnb, I kid you not, my deposit was $200, like literally $200. And
Okay.
every I'm charging on my business credit.
Okay.
Okay, so
We're gonna talk about business credits, you said?
yep. We're gonna talk about personal credit and business credit. I think everybody is on. If you just are coming on the last 7 minutes, can you put your name in the chat box, please? I'm trying to do a roll call.
Oh, I see Lachelle. Hey, Lachelle.
You see the chat? You know her. You know everybody.
No, I don't know everybody.
Yes, you do.
I really don't. I don't know everybody in here.
Oh, hey, Trishelle. Look, the little jewelry lady. I love your earrings. How you doing, boo?
I'm good.
That's good.
Still gotta wear your purse, bro. That backpack purse, I still gotta wear it.
You haven't worn it yet?
No.
You got too much stuff. That's why.
That's the problem. That's the
You
whole
got too
problem.
much stuff. You'll never get to it. Shit.
I've been doing so good, y'all. I be like, okay, do I want to buy this purse or do I want to buy a sectional for my Airbnb?
A
So what do you
section.
think I'm doing now? That's sectional,
section.
right? Because
Yeah.
that's gonna make me money.
Right.
It's so hard, but I've been doing it because I'm like, I don't get a return off of these $700 shoes, $800 purse. I don't get a return on that.
Think
So
it's
I
harder.
changed my whole mindset. Yeah, it's hard as hell.
Mhm.
And I have so much stuff that I don't even wear. Like, what's the point? Like, it's pointless.
And you probably only wore most of that stuff one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really bad with me. So we're gonna start. I gave people opportunity to get on. The good thing about it is this is being recorded, okay? So I'm gonna shut down the chat box. You can shut down the chat box. And then we're gonna start. Write down your questions. You guys are ready? Y'all ready? Let's get started. I'm excited, y'all. This is my first webinar doing this Airbnb stuff. You know, I normally teach classes where I'm like face to face, teaching them lashes, brows, teaching them how to run a business, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I'm excited. So we're gonna get started.
I'm about to log in through my
Your
laptop.
computer.
Yeah, I'm about to change mine. Yeah. But I'm gonna be on until I log on.
Okay, cool. Do I have to let anybody in? Everybody's in, right? Everybody in. Because they'll be like texting or inboxing me. I think everybody is in. I'm just gonna check my inbox to see if anyone is not able to get
Angel.
in. Yep, everybody.
Angel, can I just verify if we had to get off? You said this will be recorded. We can always come back and look at it.
Uh-huh. You
Okay.
can look at it at your own leisure. It was replay. It'll be a
Okay, cool.
replay. But I love for you guys to be live because if there's any questions, I can address the
Right.
questions now. Like after it is done. So a lot of people were asking me, am I gonna do another one? No, I'm not doing another one. I don't want to do another one. But if I have to, I will. But I really don't want to. That's why I'm doing a webinar because people have a lot of questions. People want to get started now. So I'm doing this now. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Y'all ready? Let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna talk about how I got started and why I got started. I was like, one day I just woke up like I'm getting tired. So I'm getting tired of always being super hands-on with my companies that I run now. So I wanted something to create passive income. And passive income is residual income where I just wake up, I have money on my phone, right? Someone checked in. One thing about Airbnb, let me just say this real fast. One thing about Airbnb, once a guest checks in, I get paid for the duration of them staying there the very next day. So 24 hours, the money is in my bank account. That's one thing that's good. I don't have to wait for them to check out and they complain and all that stuff. Airbnb is on it. Airbnb is super on it. I don't use verbal I don't want to use Verbal. I like the Airbnb platform, and I've been successful on using that platform. But there's other platforms you can list your short-term rental properties on also. So let's talk about passive income. Does anybody want to put in the box what passive income is or what they think passive income is? Anybody want to put in the box what they think passive income is? Not Googling anything. Nobody? So I decided I wanted to get a real estate portfolio. I wanted to get passive income where I don't have to work hard. So like right here, I'm working, I'm doing this from my tax office and running my tax office, she raised her hand. So running my tax office, I literally have to be here. I have to be here to collect social security cards, W-2s and all that stuff. I wanted something where because I'm ready to retire in 10 years. So I need something passive. I need something where it's residual and it's ongoing. It's automated. And that's why I wanted to join the Airbnb platform. It's less expensive too, because all of my properties that I have right now, they're all rentals. So the good part about it is it's a low risk, right? I don't have to have $20,000 down on a house, right? I don't own a house. I don't look forward to owning a house and doing my Airbnb either. When I buy my house, this is going to pay for it. The Airbnb platform is going to pay for my dream house. Okay. So passive income is beautiful for me because it's like, I don't have to work really, really hard. All I do is I do my 5-day flip. My 5-day flip is getting that furniture in there, getting all those locks, whatever I need for that business. And that's it. Right. So passive income has been beautiful.
I need to listen to this too.
I'm building
platform, huh?
a real estate profile, right? Is someone talking? Okay, so I'm building a real estate portfolio. So after this, I get bored. So I'm thinking in the next year or two, I'm gonna do real estate flip, where I'm gonna be flipping houses, like buying distressed houses and flipping it. I'm letting this pay for that, as well as getting my dream home, right? Another thing is I love to travel. I have another friend on here, Trishelle. She's always traveling, always. So I love to travel. So I'm like, I'm paying people to stay in their Airbnbs. Why don't I just get my own Airbnb? So when I travel to Atlanta, when I travel to like Florida, if I want to travel and take the kids to Disney World or Houston, I want to go party with my girlfriends, I can have my own Airbnb in all the hot cities. And I love to travel. So why not stay in my Airbnb as well? And I love, like, when I'm starting a business, I want to see how other people run their businesses. So I was testing it out. I was seeing how the hosts were communicating with me, how clean it was. So that's how I got into this business. I love to travel. I want a passive income. I didn't want to be able to have to like meet someone, like meet them at the door, give them the keys, give them the fob to get in the gate and all that. My stuff is all automated. So this is the best thing ever. I swear to God, this is the best thing ever. Okay, so we're gonna move forward to the next one. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the basics 101. Automating, let me see, I'm gonna switch the screen over so they can be on this side. I think this will be better if they'll be on this side. Okay, so let's talk about automating my business and putting systems in order. So when I first got my first Airbnb, my Airbnb is local. I don't want to sound vain, but I don't let family and friends stay in my Airbnbs. Reason, so if I let like a family member stay in my Airbnb, they probably won't take me serious, right? Right? They'll probably throw a party. They're probably like, Andrew's not gonna trip. They'll probably hide the ring to get in because I have a ring where I can see everybody coming in and out. Probably hide that. They probably flood the bathroom, not paying attention. They won't take me serious. You understand what I'm saying? So I choose not to rent to friends and family. They can't find me if they wanted to because my Airbnbs are under my business. So like, you know how I know some people have rented Airbnbs before. So my business name is my picture on there. So they will never know it's me. I use a nickname on there as well. And yeah, that's just how I run my business. So I take my business very, very serious.
Right.
I'm sorry, but I just don't let friends and family rent my Airbnbs. So it just works out that way. It's 1,000
Hey.
Airbnbs. So, you know, and I'm like this, like I would feel bad, like I should have gave her a discount. I should have gave my first cousin a discount. I should have gave them this, I should have gave them that. I'm not gonna make money because I'm always gonna feel bad. That's just how my heart is set up. So I just choose not to rent to friends and family. Nothing personal. It's just business is business.
Watch your
Okay.
step when you come in here. Put your light on. Put your flashlight on.
You guys can't see me? Mute it out. Okay. Okay, so finding a good cleaning service, cleaning fee. Let's talk about it. So all my cleaners are like my property managers. Let me tell you why. As soon as I hire them, I don't go for cheap. I'm not gonna go get my cousin to clean my unit for $45, right? I'm gonna reach out to a cleaning company, and if she says, okay, I'm gonna charge you $80, I'm gonna pay that lady $80 because I know I'm gonna get a good cleaning for her business, and I know she's gonna, because it's not like I'm sourcing out a family member. You guys following me? So the good part about
Angel, you might have to mute people. You might have to mute everybody on your end.
okay, sorry, let me mute. 1 second. One second, you guys. Everybody. Okay. So everybody's background is totally muted. I know I got some family and friends on there, but I'm sorry, business is business. Okay. Okay, well, let's talk about it again. Finding a good cleaning service, finding, you know, getting a cleaning fee and all that kind of stuff. So one thing about Airbnb, so let's just say that, for instance, let me give you guys a good example. Let's just say that the cleaning lady, she wants $99 to clean my place, right? She's also going to be spying when she comes in. So when she comes in for her cleaning, I need her to take pictures. I need to see how they left my place, right? If they left my place in a mess, I don't trip. I just don't like them to damage my stuff. Like some people are just real nasty and that's okay. But I don't want them tearing up my stuff. So she'll send me pictures before and she'll send me pictures after she cleans as well. And a good thing about Airbnb is, let's just say if I'm charging $90, I charge the guests $90 on their rental when they come in. So as I'm making my ad for Airbnb, I'm putting $90 cleaning and they pay that, not me, right? It's not coming out of my pocket. You follow me? So if I'm charging $175 a day and then they have a cleaning fee on there, well, I add that on there. I add $90, whatever she wants, I'm gonna give it to her. So she wants to charge me $100, I'm adding that on there. So nothing is coming out of my pocket, okay? So bob your head if you guys understand what I'm saying. Okay, so no money is coming out. So that's why it's good. So sometimes I'll put my cleaning as $120. So that means she's charging me $80, I just pocketed the rest, right? So, and that could be for like cleaning supplies, towels, my stock, and all that. So that's how I find a good cleaner. So most of the time, all my cleaners or my property manager too. They managing my whole place. So like if I go out the country, I held them accountable for taking care of my place. So all my cleaners in all my states, I add them as my host, right? So they're able to see my calendar for when people are checking in, people are checking out. My check-ins are at 3 o'clock. My checkouts are 11 o'clock. So that gives her their time to clean up. They have like 3 to 4 hours. If I charge $20 an hour, it depends what state I have my Airbnb in. Okay. So moving forward, let's talk about Air DNA. Can you guys write that down? Air DNA. So Air DNA is like an Airbnb diagnostic, I would say. So let's just say that, hey, I want to get a place in Houston, right? So I will put in Houston, and if I have an address to where the apartment is that I want to seek, that I want to get, I'll put that address in there and it'll tell me all the going rate of all the Airbnb hosts that's in that area. So I know that, okay, so if I get like a city where there's a lot of like hookah lounges, there's a lot of partying, or like by the airport or something like that, I know what to charge, right? So you always want to stick with the going rate. You probably want to be $5 or $10 cheaper to make it make sense, because you are new, right? With no reviews. So you have to keep in mind about that too. Okay, so I love Air DNA. So like for instance, I have one in Vegas. So Vegas, keep in mind that Vegas is a party city. Vegas is a 24/7 city. So when my Vegas ones, I get a lot of rentals for Thursday to Sunday or Thursday to Monday. You guys follow me? I don't get a lot of check-ins during the week because people are in and out for the weekend. So how I strategize that, so normally I probably would do maybe 160, 175. Vegas, I'm charging like 225, 250, right? Because I'm not getting the bookings for during that week. I already know how to strategize Vegas because again, I looked on AirDNA and I see how the other hosts are operating. So that's just for instance. Also too, I have one in California. I have a high rise, so I charge a lot because it comes with a lot of amenities. People like the views when they wake up. So I charge a lot during the week. So sometimes if I see it, like my calendar, I'm looking at my calendar, it's kind of slow. So I can edit the day. So like from Tuesday and Thursday, if I feel like it's going to be slow, I can edit the day. So I can be real like $225 on the weekends and I can be like $99 on the weekdays because I need to get that whole calendar filled. That's the goal. But Vegas, you have to go up on your weekends because you have to study the area on AirDNA. So that's how you strategize. So before you get a place, put in all your cities. So like on your notes right now, put in your 5 top cities that you want to get an Airbnb in. And then go on AirDNA and put the zip code, put the cities, and just see what the going area is and then go from there, okay? So learning your market, I learned my market very early. I know that if I have a place downtown, most of the time, or by the airport, most of the time I'll get corporate people. If I have it in a tourist area, so like if I have it in Florida, I know everybody's coming in, his family's coming in, and I'll probably possibly get a 2-bedroom because I know not to have a 1-bedroom like I have in Atlanta, because I know if I have a place in Florida, I know people are coming with their family. You follow me? So it's all about strategizing, knowing your market, knowing where the good tourist cities are, okay? So we're gonna go to the next slide. Personal lease and corporate lease. Okay, let's talk about it. We're gonna talk about personal lease versus corporate lease, okay? So I have 5 Airbnbs right now. I'm about to get another one the end of October. Yeah, I'm getting another one. So yeah, so I'm getting another one in October. I'm just pissed because I wanted it sooner, but that's a whole nother story. I have websites where I check to see what's coming in. Like if I have one in Oakland right now, And I know people are probably flying in because baby and it's a rap concert this weekend. I go up on my prices. You follow me? So you got to know what's coming in your cities, what are driving people in, and you go up. Like one of my Airbnbs in Vegas on Halloween, I'm going up because everybody like to come to Vegas. They have a Halloween museum. People just like to dress up and go out there. So let's talk about personal lease and versus corporate lease. So some people don't have a business profile built yet. So you can get an Airbnb on your personal lease, right? So you would have to use your social security number, right? So it's a lot of liabilities with that, right? You can get evicted, it can go on your social, it can be a lot of things versus being on a corporate lease agreement, you have limited liability. So let's say that somebody threw a party, somebody got drunk, they just messed over my whole unit, they flooded it, they just made it a mess. So if it's under limited liability, if they come to me, they send me email like report to my office, report to the leasing office because we're having a problem with you. We don't know what's going on, but it's a problem. So if it's under my corporate leasing, I can pay out the buyout. Like I can buy myself out of my corporate lease. You follow me? If it's a problem with that building where I'm renting at, I can buy out. So it's important to read your lease agreement when you do get it. Just know under your personal lease, it comes under your social security number and things can be reported to your credit report. And corporate leasing is like when I'm calling the office or I'm calling the leasing office or I'm just walking in and they're saying, okay, so why do you want to have a corporate lease? They'll ask you that. So I just let them know that I have multiple businesses and I have people that come in that need a place to stay. That's all I need to say. That's all they need to know. They need a place to stay. Sometimes I need to interview them. Sometimes I may have like a, what do you call those? Like seminars and things of that nature, one-on-one classes for whatever. And they're like, oh, okay, that's cool. But a lot of times I'm gonna tell you guys, let me tell you guys the pros and the cons. So the cons, it's like, okay, if this just say they're having a problem with me, I could just pack up my stuff, buy it out, and just go rent another one versus having to deal with it on my social security, messing up my credit and things of that nature. But if you decide to do it under your personal credit, you just have to be really, really careful and run your Airbnb like where you just let them know, no noise, no parties, no smoking. You just gotta be really, really adamant on your rules. Like you have to reiterate it. So like when they're about to check in, I send them my rules. And if they're probably look like they're around 20, 21, I'll be adamant. Like it'll be a $500 fine if you throw a party. I'm throwing them out, like seriously. So just keep in mind personal lease versus corporate lease. I like doing it under my corporate lease because I have is limited liability. I'm not responsible for anything. Airbnb, it comes with $1 million of insurance. So like if they tear up my apartment, guess what? Airbnb is gonna pay for it. I just gotta send them my receipts. So when you guys secure your Airbnbs, make sure you're keeping your receipts. I use my business credit card. So at the end of the day, all I have to do is go on my business credit card and see my charges or what I did or what not. Okay.
Quick question, Angel.
Go ahead.
What, when you say like, when you talk about like the buyout, how much, what does that look like, under your corporate?
So yeah, the buyout. So yes, so like if they're like really harassing me and they don't, so one of my places, the buyout is like 3,000. So it's nothing for me to get them 3,000 and just be out of it. Like,
And so that's just like, that's like in the lease term.
In the lease, I'm buying out.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So like at any time, they can't just they can never prove that you have an Airbnb. They can never prove it. They can assume all they want to, but they can never prove it. So if this problem came to my attention, I'll just say, okay, like I'll pay the last month rent, or if I owe rent, and then I'll just leave. Like,
Okay,
that's all they want you to do is just leave. Like, you get what
Okay.
I'm saying? They can't
Yeah.
prove it. They can't say, oh, you're doing Airbnbs on there, because a person has to book you first. They don't even see the address. I don't know if you guys ever booked on Airbnb platform, but you can't even see the address until you book. So
right,
how are they gonna prove that? So at
right,
the end of the day, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I know that it's gonna cost too much money for you to get a lawyer, all that stuff. So we'll just end the lease. I'll be happy to move my stuff out. And if they want me to pay the buyout or whatever, if they just want me to leave, I'm just gonna leave quietly. So this is the day I'll leave. The next weekend, if you mind, I gotta get my stuff packed up, blah, 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 and I'm leaving. So read your contract to see what your buyouts is, but buyouts are not expensive at all.
okay,
Like,
all
I'll
right.
just, I'll just keep it moving to the next one.
So that's something to basically look like, make sure you look at in that lease, under those leasing terms, is to look at those buyouts.
Yes,
Okay.
every lease agreement that I get my Airbnb, I will sit there and read them.
Okay,
61 pages. I'm
Okay.
reading. I'm really looking for the buyout though.
right,
All
right,
that, looking for the rules, the buyout and all that stuff. So with corporate leasing, it's okay to do short-term leasing. You follow me? It's okay. A lot of buildings don't like to do corporate leasing because when COVID hit, a lot of people just left their stuff. They just left. A lot of buildings, they just left. So a lot of people don't like to rent through corporate leasing. They'll try to push you to do personal leasing so bad. Like, it's really easy to get apartments these days. It's really easy because COVID just messed up a whole lot of stuff. So like when I go for corporate leasing, they're like, how come you don't want to do your personal lease? I don't want to do my personal leasing because I know it's going to be people coming inside and out with luggage. So that's not what I'm trying to do. So I do have one, and it's under a personal lease, but it's month-to-month leasing. So if I ever occur a problem, I could just get up and leave because it's month-to-month leasing. You follow me? So
can you highlight what's needed for like a corporate lease? Is that just like, you just,
yes,
okay,
sure, yes. So with corporate leasing, all they need is your LLC, your EIN number, right? EIN number for being an LLC.
mhm,
They also need your incorporated paperwork from the Secretary of State.
yeah, okay, so your articles,
Yeah, your articles of corporation.
okay,
Also too, one, I have this luxury one and they wanted my tax return.
okay,
So like, yeah, they wanted my tax return. Another one wanted just to see my sales. Right? They wanted just to see my sales.
okay,
So like, if you guys have an LLC, even if you're doing a beauty company, you're doing janitorial, it does not matter, right? It does not matter what you're doing as long as you have an LLC. That's basically it. Sometimes they want 2 trades. You got to have 2 trades. So that can be Uline, a Dun and Bradstreet account, and that only takes 90 days to build literally. A business credit profile. That takes like literally 90 days. But I like to see new properties because their system, the new properties, they don't really have a tight system. They're trying to look for people to get their whole building rented. So they're like, just bring me this and that. And the next week they'll be calling you like it's yours.
okay,
So like when you're looking in different cities, try to go for new luxury buildings.
okay,
Try to go for new luxury buildings because they're trying to rent out all their buildings and they'll have concessions. They'll have like every rental that I have right now, they have specials, whether it was 3 months free, it was 2 months free. And I'll talk about that too later on in this webinar too. But I had like, so let me just tell my first because I'm excited. So my first Airbnb, I had it where it was a new rental property, right? They were new. So they were supposed to give me 2 months free. They gave me 3 months free. So he had to, since he said 3 months free, he had to give me that. So what in the rent was like, I want to say y'all, it probably was like $3,400. It's a luxury, it's a high rise. It's a lot of amenities. So I had the concessions broken up through the whole 12-month lease, right? So it ended up being my rent was like $2,500. I can handle that, right? I'm only going to be there for a year. So those 3 months free, 2 months free, they all work out. So don't because if you see a luxury building and it's like 3,200, just kind of see what kind of look and lease specials that they have. Because every rental that I have, they're running a special. And now is the best time to get these buildings, these places, because everybody is having specials. So I put on my proper girl voice and I'll call and I'll say, hey, I'm looking to rent a 1 bedroom, a studio. Do you guys have anything available? I'm looking to rent ASAP. They like ASAP because in their head, they're gonna get their place rented in a week or two, right? So I love saying that. And then I'll talk to them. I'll be like, yeah, because I'm relocating and I'm looking for something really nice and this fits my lifestyle, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll ease in, do you guys also accept corporate leasing? And they're like, yeah. And if they don't know, they'll like, let me check. Okay. So if you know you really, really want this building and you can't get it, sometimes you can wing the personal lease, but you got to just run your unit really, really strict, like really, really strict, because this is your social that's on the line. Okay. So that's the difference of liabilities and versus limited liabilities, which is personal lease and corporate lease. Okay, any questions before I move forward?
So the best way to go would be corporate lease.
The best way to go, yes. I
have
want
a
my
quick question.
tell you, okay, so when I first started this Airbnb business, where I was so desperate, y'all, I was like, oh, I just want to do the personal lease, right? And then I'm like, I'm gonna have to be like, you guys have to be really, really quiet, come after 7 o'clock because the leasing office is closed. Like it would just have been a lot of rules. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was so excited and I wanted to do that. But I'm like, no, I don't need this building. It's not for me. Let me just do it right so my thing can run smooth. Remember, I told you that, Lasagna? I had, she's on here too. She'll tell you too. You want to tell them? Yeah, I'm gonna let her get on. Remember, she's gonna tell you, remember I called you and I'm like, I got the place. They're ready to give it to me, but it's not under my corporate leasing. Tell them exactly what you told me. So you need a good friend. You need a good friend because that dev will be working like, get this place or whatever. So she's my admin too. She's a credit guru. So I called her for everything because she's business savvy. You want to have some kind of accountability partner, some kind of mentor when you're running a business because they're gonna set you straight. Okay, she's gonna you want to talk? I'm gonna let her talk. Tell them exactly what you need to.
Oh, hi, everybody. We in the same office, so I'm trying to like not get the echo in the background. But my name is Lanzea. So when she called me and told me that, I was kind of nervous for her. I was just like, no, I don't think you should do that because we all know when you go into, well, for me, I used to work as a security guard. So I worked at like tech companies and I worked at Airbnb and they want everything to be like concierge style. Mm-hmm. So if you have this luxury building and you got all these people coming in, regardless of what they're thinking about, is this a party or not? You want the people at the front desk to be totally out your business. Mm-hmm. So even if they don't suspect and they start seeing people coming in and out, I was like, if they figure that out, you're gonna be like credit score shot down and everything. So it's just best to, it's not illegal, but it's best to go the super legal way and just get your business in order and put everything in your business. That way you run everything, you don't own anything, and your business is taking a fall for whatever it is that could possibly happen. So you just want to prepare for the worst. Mm-hmm. I'll get the screen back.
I just had to share that story, girl. The lady was ready to hand me the keys. I didn't even have to pay a deposit. That's how desperate she wanted me to get in there. And don't let that be you. Do not let that be you because you're gonna be like, the things that I would have had to do would have just drove me crazy. Like come in after 7 o'clock, don't go to the pool because they might notice you and blah, blah, blah. So with corporate leasing, they know people are coming in and out. They already know that. So they're not gonna suspect anything. And my first Airbnb is concierge, honey. It's concierge. So like, just say that the lockbox is broke, right? I can have my cleaner lady go drop off the keys to the concierge, and my business is still running. You follow me? So I like to get all the amenities, girl. When I say amenities, I'm like, oh my God, my Airbnbs is better than my own home lifestyle. I feel like my Airbnbs look better than my house. I don't know. I just put a lot into my business, and it's all your each business that you ever are gonna acquire, it's your baby. So like run your business the right way so you don't have that problem. You can like just say you don't have a whole lot of money and you have grown kids that moved out and you want to rent your back room or you have a back office, you can rent that on Airbnb a room. You can rent a room like $70 a night, like literally. Or when you go on vacation, you can rent out your house on Airbnb and make some money. I know people that were about to lose their house with COVID, and they actually would like go to their mom's house on a weekend and rent out their Airbnbs from like Friday to like Monday, and it was paying their mortgage. So Airbnbs is amazing. Like you can rent a room on Fridays or whatever, however you guys want to do it. Okay, so we're gonna move forward. Tips that they don't tell you. So furniture. So write this down. A lot of my furniture came with my business credit and my personal credit too. Have you guys heard? I know you guys heard of Fingerhut. So I got a lot of furniture from Fingerhut. Ashley Furniture. I know everybody. They have an Ashley Furniture in every city, every state. They have an Ashley Furniture. Ashley Furniture, you can get a line of credit and your credit score can be like 580 or 600, a low credit score. Say you don't have a lot of out-of-pocket money to flip an Airbnb, you can apply for Ashley Furniture. They like do it on the spot. Also too, you guys, I want you guys to write down Klarna.com, KLARNA.com. And also Catapult, KATAPUILT.com. I use that too. You can really do this on a budget. Set yourself a budget, right? Set yourself a budget. Just say you want to spend $1,700. You can really do this with $1,700. You can do this with $1,000.
Question.
Huh?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
The two websites you said, could you put them in the chat? Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna have her put
I have a question as well.
She's gonna put it in the chat. You can go to it too. Go ahead.
Is it better to buy or try to rent a furnished apartment as opposed to buying furniture?
What did you say?
Is it better to rent a furnished apartment as opposed to buying furniture?
Like rent the furniture for a whole year?
You know how you can rent an apartment that's already furnished?
Oh, yeah. So, yes, that's a good question. They have corporate apartments where they're already furnished, but honey, they charge you a lot of money versus furnishing it. But if you're not really good with furnishing, I can help you because I have a really good passion for like styling and setting up on a budget too, making it look good on a budget. But yeah, they have like a lot of corporate apartments like in Miami, Atlanta. They're super expensive because they're coming already furnished, but that's good. That's really good to get if you don't want to bother with all the furniture, getting staged. So you're gonna drop it now or at the end? Okay, so she's gonna drop it at the end. You're gonna remember to do that, right? Yeah, she's gonna drop it at the end. She's my admin assistant. She's the best. Like if you guys don't want to do all the groundwork, all the footwork, me and my team can actually go out and get you Airbnbs too. So if you say, hey, this show's like, hey, I want one in Miami. Angel, can you get me one? I can get you one too. But of course it's a charge. I'm sorry, but it's a lot of work. she was helping me too with a lot of my Airbnbs and with the corporate applications. So they're really easy. It's not like, you know how when you go for like a personal, with your personal credit, it's like 2 or 3 pages. The corporate leasing is just 1 page, bro. It's just 1 page. So they'll ask you your EIN number, the name of your company, 2 trades if you want. So like if you really want to do this, go get you 2 trades, and I'll talk about the 2 trades that I use to build my my credit. I'm gonna have a piece of paper where she can put the answers to it. So the furniture thingy. So let's talk about the furniture. So the furniture, I mix my highs and my lows. Let me tell you guys, I'm really, 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 really transparent. Whatever I do, no tea, no cap. I get some of my stuff off of OfferUp. I get some of my stuff off of Facebook Marketplace. You guys seen some of my stuff, you would not think it came from there. I'm not gonna get nothing that have a bunch of scratches on it, and it has to be gently used. So like if I have a budget, please believe I'm running to OfferUp to see what they got, okay? Also too, I love Ross. I'm sick of seeing Ross, but I love Ross to death. I love Ross. I go to Burlington, I go to Marshall's, I go to Didi's. So like when I know I have to furnish 2 bedrooms or 1 bedroom out of the Bay Area, because I'm from the Bay Area, California, for those that don't know. If I go other places, I'll find a furniture store like in those little plazas, and I'll go by the bed and I get them to deliver it and put up my beds for me too. I like to get my beds when I get to the city where I'm gonna have my Airbnb, where I'm gonna do my furniture flip, okay? So that's just an idea. I'll never buy a used bed. I don't know what people been doing in the beds or anything like that. That's one thing I will not buy used. But like a plant, a TV stand, stuff like that, I'll go to OfferUp and those kind of places. You always want to mix your highs with your lows. I also like write this down too. Wayfair has a business. They have a business page where it's for short-term leasing, and you can get a lot of stuff for your Airbnbs through Wayfair. It says Wayfair business, and you'll click on short-term leasing, and it's a lot of furniture there. That's where I furnish a lot of my stuff. Wayfair is a bomb. And believe it or not, Ross has a lot of that stuff that Wayfair has. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but as I've been on this Airbnb journey, this platform, I see a lot of stuff on Wayfair that I see in Ross. So I'm never too good for Ross, Didi's, Marshall's, none of that. I love mixing my highs and my lows, and I make it look real, real good, okay? So, so let's stay on course. So like, when I got my place, I was overdoing it. Like, I was buying heck of candles. I was acting like it was my place. I had to calm down. Like, Angel, these people don't need 7 decor candles. Why do they need 7 decor candles? Like, seriously, like, calm down. So like, I had to calm down, and I had to stick with the budget. I had to like stick to the script. So always go in with a budget and stick to that budget. Okay. So if you find yourself going over your budget, like, again, you can go to OfferUp or, Facebook Marketplace, or even Savers. Savers is good too. I'm not too good for the thrift stores and all that kind of stuff. I'm not too good. I can show you guys stuff that I got from the thrift store. Like vases, like artificial plants. I got a lot of stuff from there. I'm never too good, okay? So the budget, keep in mind, this is your business, this is Airbnb. So you don't need to get all this extra stuff, because you're gonna get excited and you're gonna go over your budget. So set a budget before you start going over your budget, and then you're like, oh my God. So stock supplies, let me tell you how I do my stock supplies. This is the stuff that they don't tell you. So like, when it comes to one of my guests checking out, I don't want my cleaner to be there 8 and 9 hours, because she's gonna have to wash the linen, she's gonna have to wash the towels. Y'all know that the towels, the linen, Lord knows what else they probably messed up in there. That takes a while to wash. So when I do my stock supplies, I'll have a closet. So you know how like when you rent a apartment, it'll have a closet or have an extra coat room. It'll have an extra cabinet space. It'll have actually a pantry. So I'll use either one of those. I'll either use a pantry, a closet, a coat closet or something like that. And I'll put a lock on there. Let me tell you, I'll put a lock on there. So all my stock goes in there. So I'll have an extra comforter set. So when my cleaner comes in, all she got to do is take the stuff off the bed and then use my second stock of comforter sheets or whatever. You get what I'm saying? She don't need to be there for 7 hours washing, drying, all this stuff. So I always have extra towels in there, extra white towels. I have like 30 wash towels, maybe 20 cleaning towels. I have like 8 dishwashing liquids. I'll have toothpaste in there. I have like, okay, so I give them complimentary coffee and water, right? I give them snacks. I try not to overdo it with all these snacks because I was like, again, I'm gonna go back to when I got my first Airbnb. I was too excited. Like, why am I buying all these groceries? They don't need all that. So I buy water, complimentary water. I buy complimentary coffee, and I'll have little snacks like granola bars and stuff like that. And I'll put like 3 out. I'll put like 6 waters out, and that's it. Or you can buy one of those water filter jugs. You don't want to keep buying, having the cleaner go out and buy water. You can have one of those water jugs in your refrigerator also too. So I buy my stuff in 6s and 10s. I always have like a lot of stock supplies. Like I overdo it, but I know she has that there. So I'll buy 2, like for my 2 bedrooms, I'll have 6 comforters. So I'll have 1 comforter that's already on the bed, and I'll have another comforter in that closet. So when she comes in, she'll just stripping down the beds, putting the new ones on there. And then while she's washing, or if she doesn't have time to wash, she can take that with her and then rotate. You guys follow me? So you want to create a system where she can be in and out. She don't have to be there 7 to 8 hours, right? So I like to buy a lot of stock. I like to stock up on my supplies, and I always have either a closet, a cabinet, or something like that where I have a lock on there. They cannot get in there. They cannot touch nothing up in there. Sometimes if your apartment doesn't have that, your room might have a closet. You can put a lock on there where she can go in and out and get the stock what she need. I'll always have that. So when I say that my business is ran automated, I don't have to touch my business because everything is set up. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about it. All my Airbnbs have a ring. I know you guys know about a ring, right? All my Airbnbs have a ring. And right here, I have all my locations on my ring. So I'm able to go in my app and see. So I label it under like Las Vegas, blah, 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 California, blah, blah, blah. And I can see when they check in. I can see if the rules are you're supposed to have 4 guests. So that 5th guest is not on here. So we have a problem. So I can go in my Airbnb system and charge them for having an extra guest because it's already on my list of my policies. I don't play that because now I'm feeling like you're trying to throw a party or you're trying to have some gathering. So I don't allow any parties. I don't allow any smoking, no extra guests, unless you tell me ahead of time. And then if I approve it, then it's okay. So I can always go into my Airbnb app and just charge them for having an extra guest because it's on my list of policies. So here's the ring. I have the ring in my app. I like to use this lockbox in the middle. They're called smart locks. So you can use this one if you want. That's what I used at first, but I upgraded and I got the master lock. The master lock is really good because I can change the passwords from my phone. So they actually have an app. I like to get smart locks that have apps on it so I can control. So if I'm out here, I can still control what's going on in Atlanta or wherever I have a place out of the city. Okay, so Ring cameras, smart locks are the way to go. It's a seamless booking where they don't have to meet with a host. They don't have to meet with anybody. I just give them directions to do it. Also, too, you want to have, write this down too. You want to have a house manual. You want to have a house manual. You can get a house manual. I'm gonna drop a gem on you guys. You can get a house manual from Esty. All you have to do is, so let's just say I have Airbnb in Las Vegas. I'll just put the Las Vegas, like the scenery of a Las Vegas picture on the front cover. And then I'll have all my rules, where the dumpster is, where the swimming pool is. If the swimming pool, you need a fob, or if you need a coat, everything's on there. So you don't really have to bother me, because when you first come in, I'm already telling you on the rules that you need to read the manual before you do anything. Like before you check out, you need to put all my towels in the tub, because I don't want my towels just sitting anywhere they can get mildewed. So then take out the garbage, put all the dirty dishes in a dishwasher. And if you can, make up the bed, blah, blah, blah. So I have like all my rules in the manual book. They really don't have to bother me, because if they read the whole house manual book, there's no reason for them to contact me. They only need to contact me if something goes wrong. I also tell them too, I'm gonna read to you guys what my rules are in one of my Airbnbs. You guys wanna hear one of my rules?
Yeah, we want to hear it.
Let me go to one of my rules. Okay, so. Okay, so I'm gonna read off the one of the rules. I just sent this guy today. He's checking into my Vegas one. So I'm gonna read to you guys what I say. Please, in caps, I put, please read in full. All details are important. Hello, here are your check-in and check-out instructions. This unit is located at apartment building, blah, 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 luxury apartment. To get in, you will need to utilize the side street on East Kimberly Avenue in the back. The building number is building 6. The door number is 2162. You will find the keys and access the unit at the door. Please put back after you check out. Do not dial the leasing office. Please do not bother leasing office employees, tenants. In case of emergency, contact 911. Any questions, concerns, please contact me through the Airbnb app. The code will be assigned the day of your check-in. Inside of it will be a key to enter the unit. Keep the key on the chain, because sometimes they take the fob off of the keychain. I already have a whole keychain on there. So there's no reason for them to separate the key, the fob, whatever the keychain. They need to keep that all together. The key ring will be your keys for the duration of your stay. Checkout is at 11 a.m. If you're running behind, please call me so I can arrange late checkout. I do charge for checkout. So I'm not gonna say, okay, I'm gonna charge you $20 an hour for your late checkout. I just charge them a flat rate of $75. They want to check in early, I charge them $75. You can go into the app, you can charge them. And yeah, you can charge them ahead of time or whatever. More info is listed below. Please read the manual, the apartment rules, and outside amenities located inside the apartment, blah, blah, blah. So it's a lot. So I'm very, very adamant on my rules, and I make sure that they have to like inbox me, I call it inbox, in the Airbnb, and let me know that they read the manual. If they read the manual, they shouldn't be bothering me the whole duration of their trip, okay? So these are, so sometimes you'll get, I like to, like if I'm trying to secure a place, I like to see what the building looks like. So I like to see if they have an intercom box. Every apartment that I have, they have an intercom box. So whenever they're at the door or they need to get in, they're gonna call me on the intercom, and then I'm gonna buzz them in. And then I'll send them pictures on what to do. So one of my apartments is a luxury apartment. So I buzz you in. You have to walk past concierge. Do not ask concierge anything. Go all the way to the end, get on the elevator, press. So the luxury buildings, they come with like touchscreen elevators, and It assigns them a letter elevator to get on. I don't know if you guys experienced that, but the new building. So if I'm on the 16th floor, they just press 16 and it'll say get on elevator B. They get on elevator B. They go up there. They find my smart locks. They do the little code. They get in, and that's it. They read the manual, and that's it. So that's a seamless check-in. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to meet them there. I didn't have to do anything. That's a seamless check-in. So a lot of times you don't have to worry about the apartment tripping off the ring because they know Ring cameras. We're living in a day and age where people steal packages all the time. This world is getting really weird and it's getting really dangerous. So apartments don't trip off of the rings. They don't trip off my master lock. If they have a problem with it, I've never ran into that problem. They 9 times out of 10, let's just say that you're kind of like paranoid of having that master lock on there. You can get one of those plants, but they have rocks where you can put a key up in there. You can put stuff in the plant, and then you can just give them instructions. When you get up to your apartment, they can just go in the plant and take out the key and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's simple. The old school Airbnbs, they had that lock that went around the doorknob. You just put in a code. You can still do that too. I only recommend that if it's apartment building and you have to go inside, like it's inside of a building. It's secured with security or a concierge or something like that. I only recommend those kind of locks. But even though you have a ring, you'll still be okay. I haven't had any problems with any of my locks. I haven't had a problem with people tampering it. Just make sure when you get your Ring camera to charge it up, because you're gonna have to fly in and charge it, or have your cleaner lady or whoever you have cleaning it charge it or whatever. Okay. So now is the time we're gonna have a question and answer. I'm gonna open up the chat. You guys are gonna be able to ask me questions. I'm gonna be able to answer it. I'm about to open up the chat right now. Don't be shy, just ask me. I'm super cool.
Angel, I have a question. Angel.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, let's talk about, I want to know about a little bit about overhead. What is that looking like for like the Airbnb in terms of like profit and like loss or like overhead? What is your overhead looking like per unit?
Okay.
What standard pricing?
Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, so let's do the math on it. I like my money in 3s, possibly in 2s, right? So I like my money in 2 and 3. So let's do the math on it. So let's get a calculator. So let's say I have a rental property in Atlanta. I have a high rise. The rent is $1,500 a month, right? Okay, so divide that by 30, that's $50 a day, right? So if I like my money in 3s, 50 times 3, that's 150. That would be my daily charge, right? Because I just got my money in 3s, right? I just made it 3 times profit. So like my cleaning, I don't have to pay for cleaning, right? Because I'm including that with their when they book their reservation. It'll say daily rate, cleaning, blah, blah, blah. I don't have to be out of pocket with that. When I first go into it, like the supplies that I buy, it should last 6 to 8 months. So I really don't have to buy supplies. The cable, so the overhead, so like with the cable, I only pay for Wi-Fi. I buy smart TVs where they have all the apps on there. I'm not paying cable. I'm sorry. People don't really even look at cable TV. Everybody is on their phone.
Right.
So like the TV that I get 4K TVs. They have all the apps on it. All I'm paying for is Wi-Fi. Okay. So I'm also paying upfront, and you can keep that in your budget too. I pay $14, or I'll pay the $250 for renter's insurance. I want to have my renter's insurance too, even though Airbnb comes with $1 million. Some apartments Well, majority of apartments want you to have renter's insurance as well, right? So that can range from $14. Wi-Fi, and that's about it. The cleaning, I'm paying the cleaning. So it's like, it's very inexpensive to run an Airbnb,
Okay.
right? And I get paid the next day. So when they say they check in today, 24 hours today, I get paid. The money is right in my account, literally, right? So that's all like, it's amazing. It's amazing how Airbnb run. I wish I would have did this a long time ago and I didn't, but we're here now. So we're getting this Airbnb money. A lot of people thought you had to own an Airbnb. I thought that too,
Yeah.
but I didn't do my research,
Mm-hmm.
right? People started off, this company started off in San Francisco, where they were renting rooms to college students in San Francisco, and it became big, the biggest platform. Everybody don't like to stay in hotels. They want to stay in Airbnbs, and I make my Airbnb so comfortable. Like my pillows are fluff. One thing for sure, two things for certain, I buy nice mattresses. I don't want them to complain. I even put the extra little cushion on top, the extra little cushion sheets on top, all that stuff. I buy like 700 thread for the sheets. I don't buy cheap sheets and none of that because they're sleeping in your bed, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, and also too, your cleaning is the most important thing because that can make or break you. If the house is dirty, you're going to get the worstest review ever. It can make and break you. So pay your cleaner whatever they're asking for and a professional cleaner. Don't go get your cousin for $45 to clean your place. Right? You need a professional cleaner because that's gonna make or break your whole business. That's the only thing I be worried about. Like, and when I first meet the person, I'm like, you need to pull the chairs. Like, it may look clean, but you need to pull these chairs. Like, go outside and do this to the rugs. So everything is all, matter of fact, you need to wash these rugs. Wash all my rugs, clean everywhere. It can look clean. It can look like they probably weren't here. Because in Vegas, most of the time, they're never there. They only go there when they sleep or they drink. You know, Vegas, they be out all night. It's a city, it's a 24-hour city. So Vegas, they not really there. I have guests, I have a lot of guests where I have a lot of corporate people. I don't know why I get a lot of corporate people, and my Airbnb listings are not cheap. So never be afraid to charge what you feel like your apartment is worth, because again, remember Angel said she makes 2 to 3 times.
Okay.
So my profit is like 1,500, 1,700 off of each room.
Okay. And what would you say, like average
short-term leasing? I don't have to deal with like a tenant that don't want to pay their rent. It's an in and out. It's an in and out, no contract or nothing. And I'm also scared of squatters too. Let me tell you, squatters. I get a lot of squatters that try to rent my stuff for 2 and 3 months. My minimum days on Airbnb is 28 days. Because depending on what state you are, that's why you got to do your research. Depending on what state you are, if they stay in California places, and they stay over 30 days and they got mail coming here, guess what? They're a resident. It's gonna be hard as hell to kick you out. I'm gonna have to go get Pookie and all of them to get you out. Seriously, I'm gonna have to go. You gotta go. But you don't even want to go through all that. So you can just put 28 days as your max.
Okay.
If you do have somebody, say it's a couple and they're traveling and they have an assignment for 2 or 3 months. This is what I say. Okay, so you book the first 3 weeks, that your husband booked another 3 weeks, then you rebook again 3 weeks. Like, I'll leave it open for you guys to book in and out. You get what I'm saying? So you can get strategic with that. I don't let nobody stay over 28 days. Okay. Unless you're in a city where they don't have a whole lot of squatters and all that stuff, because squatters be trying it.
Angel.
Aware of that. Okay, yep, next question.
Angel, if you have your LLC with your Duns and Bradstreet, what is the next step that you should take from this if you haven't did nothing with really neither one of them besides maybe a bank account?
Okay, so LLC, good, you're on a roll. So when you get an LLC, you have an EIN number, you need to get your Duns and Bradstreet number. Everything.
I have the Duns and Bradstreet and I've been having it for maybe like 7 or 8 months, but I haven't did nothing. I just have my number and I have everything that comes with it.
Okay, so you're ready. So some places don't even require you to have any trade line. So your next step is, so this can be smooth, you need to get 3 trays on there. You need
Where
to
would
get,
I start with that at?
you can put in the chat. I would get Uline. Let me tell you about Uline. I can order a box of tissue and paper towel. I gotta have paper towels in my Airbnbs. I don't care. I gotta have paper towels. It depresses me when people don't have paper towels. So I have Uline. You can order like towels from Uline. You can order your paper towels and all that. It's a net 30. So net 30 means that you're invoicing your product. So you have 30 days to pay it off, and it'll report to your credit bureau, and that's Duns and Bradstreet. Okay. In order to have a complete business profile, you need to get your payday score to 80. That means you're low risk. Okay, so she's gonna put in there, put the 3 straight lines. You know the 3 straight. Uline.
Is Vista Print a good one as well? I was told to try to do a business line with them, far as if you like doing printing and stuff, they do a business credit.
Yes, you can do, they have shirts, you can do everything with your Uline Ranger too. But it's a 30-day net. I don't know if you guys know what a net is. You have 30 days to pay it off. So I love these companies. You put in Granger too? Okay. NAV too. NAV is a business boost. NAV will get you to an 80 credit score within 90 days, 60 and 90 days.
What is it?
It's called NAV. She put it in the chat, NAV. So it's called a business boost. They report to Dun and Bradstreet. You have that for 90 days. You're ready to seal the deal for your Airbnb.
So
and then NAV also checks your personal credit too. You'll have your personal credit on there. They have funding websites where you can get, but NAV is the one. I would get NAV first, because after you get your Dun and Bradstreet number, I would get NAV. NAV is the easiest way to get to an 80 payday score. You want to be less risk. You start at ground zero with business credit.
Angel, how do you check your PEDX score?
On NAV.
On NAV? Okay.
Yeah, that's why I love it. Yep, on NAV. So like the highest one on there is like $39, and it's super cheap because it's a trade too, and it's reporting that you pay that trade every month, and it reports there too. So you only need 2 or 3. If you want to go the extra mile, get 3, but you really can go with NAV and Uline, NAV, Granger. There's 2 more too. Put in Shirtsy. Shirtsy, I'll write it down. So they also, she's putting it in there. Okay, they also, you can make shirts, you can make like mugs, you can do a whole lot of stuff on there. And they're also a 30 net too. 30 nets is super easy. You can make an order for like $50 or $75. Your first order could be $50, but you have to pay that off in 30 days. When you go to Uline, you may have to make your purchase first to get in their system. And then the second month you can invoice whatever you want to get. Okay, any more questions? Any more questions, you guys?
I have another question.
Go ahead.
What on average, I know you talk about, I know you talked about you know, going to like Ross and all those places for like furnishings. That's what I do now. But what, I mean, you can buy all your knickknacks and, you know, you can mix and match. And I love them for that. What would you say, like, to just like make it look like a decent, you know, comfortable Airbnb? What are you spending to like get like, let's say like a basic 1-bedroom?
So a basic 1-bedroom. So my basic 1-bedroom sleeps up to four people, right?
So you like a couch?
Far as like my couch, I get a sofa bed.
Yeah.
So they upgraded. So it's none, remember the old sofa beds, you gotta pull it out, put the mattress on there and all that stuff. Now, all you have to do is lay the arms flat, lay the back of it flat, and it's a sofa bed, right?
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes you can leave the arms on there, and that's like a mini headboard.
Okay.
So those are the new, that's how they're making the new sofa beds, and they're really unique. And one of my sofa beds, I can lift it up and I can keep a bunch of pillows, covers, and all that stuff because it gets cold sometimes. So I love the sofa bed. So all I need, really, all you really need is a sofa. I like to get a rug. I just like to get a rug. I use ottomans. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but most of the time I use ottomans for the little living room table. What do they call it? The little living room table?
Yeah.
Yeah, the coffee table. We call old school coffee table. So you can use like an ottoman. Those are very inexpensive. Put a little cute candle, a little flower on there. Some people in their Airbnbs, they don't even have TVs on in there. I put one TV. Well, I can tell y'all, I'm lying. My first Airbnb, I went crazy. I got a TV for the room. Where I was even trying to put a small TV. I was so excited. I was trying to put a small TV in a little kitchen area, girl. That's too much. So all you need is one TV in the living room. You don't have to have a TV in the bedroom. So you have a bed. So each room you need a dresser. So Airbnb requires you have one dresser. So I don't even use dressers. I use this little stand. Have you guys seen the little stand and it has the USB in there? You can just stick your iPhone in here. I use that. That is only $26.
Okay.
So it has one stand. If it doesn't have a light, I'll get a lamp. Pretty much you need dishes. You need dishes in there. I have like seasoning I got from the dollar store. I have paper towels. So if you guys notice, I have those small tables where it looks like it's two stools. I don't have a full kitchen table. I don't have none of that. I have like, it looks like it's a small little table, and then it has the two little stools on there. I also have a desk because people like, if you're dealing with a lot of corporate, I have like a cheap desk and a little chair right there. And that's about it with the furniture. The funnest part of doing an Airbnb is furnishing it. I have a lot of fun with it. You don't want to overdo it with the bathroom, but I do. Y'all can see, I don't know if you guys are on my Instagram, you guys follow me, but like I have all these decor towels. You know, when you go in somebody's house, you know not to use those towels, right? I have a little cute little basket where I have a ton of white towels where you shouldn't even have to use my decor towels. They still use them. I even have the little machine where I put little notes on there like guest towels, decor towels. Like I'll have little notes, little sticker notes on there. They still use my stuff. So I can't get mad and just, because the goal is to have good reviews so I can be a super host. When you are a super host, you don't really have to do a whole lot of stuff because you're a trusted Airbnb host and your stuff will always be at the top. When people are looking for Airbnbs and they're a super host, your stuff will always be at the top. So it's really good to get tons of reviews. I'm gonna drop another gem on you guys. You guys want to save money, right? So when I'm taking my pictures, I don't want to offend anybody, but I take my pictures with an iPhone. Right? I take really good pictures because the iPhone has like 3 lenses on there, so I can do widescreen. So you can do 2 things. So have you guys heard of Fiverr? Have anybody heard of Fiverr? Can you put Fiverr in there? So
Yeah, I have.
you can get a retail photographer on Fiverr and send them all your pictures, and they'll put that extra gloss, that extra lighting on there. You can send all your pictures to them, or you can go on your Airbnb portal and they will send a photographer in your area to you. They're like $65 an hour. So they'll send one to you in your area too. So that's the good part about it. And they're super professional and they're not expensive. $65 is not nothing. Because you need good quality pictures. You cannot
Yeah.
have like animated looking pictures. You have to have clear pictures. They gotta look like they're magazine pictures. So when you go on Fiverr, you just want to get a they call it real estate photographers, realty photographers, and all that. And you can send them pictures. That's a gem that I'm giving you guys. Okay, so you don't even have to get a photographer, but you're gonna need good pictures. Any more questions before we move forward?
Yeah, I got a question.
Go ahead.
What is your percentage take home? Like, what do you have to pay Airbnb?
Airbnb has a small percentage. You guys want me to read to you guys what I charge and what they take from me? I'll do that. So y'all can see the percentage. Let me go to this, guys. Okay, so when you guys first get your Airbnb, they don't force you, but you gotta offer your guests 20%. Guess what? If I have to offer my guests 20%, y'all know I'm going up so I can make it make sense, right? So if I probably want to charge like 150, 160, I'm gonna put my listing to like 180, 189. People love discounts. When they see 20% off, they're gonna book you right away. Okay. Okay, so let me tell you guys what looks like on my end. Okay, so the guest paid $156 for 3 nights. My cleaning fee was $95. This particular place that I have is in Vegas. She only charged me $80, but I put on here I charge $95. So I need that extra little amount of money for supplies or whatever, right? So this guest paid a total of $591. The cleaning fee, the promotion, they took off $84. There's a host service fee, that's $12.93. And that's about it. So they don't charge a whole lot. They don't charge a whole lot on that platform. Okay, so that's pretty much, it's the, no, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's the guest service fee. That's about it. And it's a host service fee. It's a guest service fee, and then it's a host service fee. So the guest service fee was $60, and the host service fee was 3.0%. So that was like $12.93, and the other fee was like $60.85. You know, they got to get theirs too. So whenever I have problems with a guest, I call Airbnb so fast before they go.
I got one more question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let's just say that you made $1,700 for the month. What's the percentage that they're taking out of that?
3%.
Okay.
3%, yeah. I had one person try to book me for 3 months, bro. That thing said 10,980. I got scared. I was not ready for that. I was like, she a squatter. I ain't about to do it. I'm scared. So she told me she had this assignment and she wants, my place looks really nice and some people will go off of the Airbnb platform and do a rental lease agreement, but I never go out of the Airbnb platform because I need that backup. I'm not playing with these people. So if I do, I know a lot of people that do rent that host their place for like 30 to 45 days. I'm just scared to do it in California. I'm just scared. But you know, that's just your own preference on how you want to run your Airbnb. But I don't go past 28 days.
And I got a question about that too, because I was reading like about the Airbnbs, and some people do specialize travel nurses. And
yeah,
like,
they do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is that still a high risk, or is that some other kind of form, you know, that might?
I said I was gonna get a house when I get it, because all my Airbnbs are like apartments, and I said I was gonna get a house for nurses with special assignments. They have a platform. And
I heard even
for that.
emergency, like when people are displaced, I know it's like in Texas and Louisiana don't really have, well, no fires, like in California, I guess too. Is that still a high risk? You know, sometimes like you do like emergency home displacement, but you can have your spot.
No, they're not a high risk either. And I also on Airbnb, you can also host people that fly out here to set up like the COVID pop-up shops. You can also host help people in the health field too. You can host that too. Airbnb has that on there. So like, even though you guys are taking my webinar, you guys can put like a listing on there. Like you can put your house on there. You don't have to make it go live and just play around with it. Like don't put your rates and all that stuff, just play around with it. And I like to read stuff. I like to read my insights. I like to read, let me give you another gem too. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with ads. I know some of you guys have other businesses, but let's just say that my business is going real slow. I'm not picking up. I gotta pay this rent. I gotta pay the Wi-Fi bill and all this stuff. So I'll post the ad. I'll post the ad, right? And I'll put it in the areas that I want people to rent my Airbnb. And I'll put in the actual, you know how like when you do an ad, you can put in the link. I'll put in the actual link and you'll get plenty of bookings too. So that's another gem I'm dropping on y'all. You guys can do ads too. And put your website, your Airbnb website on there. And I bet you and I guarantee you'll get bookings. And after this webinar, I don't know if you guys have a Facebook, but I'm gonna have a support group for anybody that's taking my class. I have a support group, so I'll be dropping gems in there and everything else. Any more questions? No more questions? Don't be scared.
I know. Okay, I got one more question. What's the portal?
No question is a stupid question.
What's the portal? I may have missed it. What's the portal, like the portal booking app or something that you use? Or is it just through Airbnb? Or
I just use Airbnb.
Okay.
They have Verbal. They have different ones. They have one for nurses too. They have a platform for nurses as well.
Okay.
So, I mean, if that's the clients that you're looking for, that would be great. Because they have like 3 months. I know a girl that all she does is list her house, but she has a house. And so they have like 3 months assignment, 6 months assignment. Just keep in mind when you have somebody that has a 3 months, 6 months, they also need to agree that you want to send your cleaner in there every 2 to 3 weeks because people are nasty. So you kind of want them to spy on you too to see what's going on in your place. Because 3 months, ain't no telling what your place look like, you know? So they have to agree like every 2 to 3 months or bi-weekly, I want my cleaner to come in here, or I want my cleaner to drop off some towels or, you know, something like that. Because, you know, your place can be a hog nest or anything. Like people are really nasty. So you just want to protect your property. Okay. Any other questions before we move forward?
I was gonna say Furnish Finder hosts traveling nurses.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes. I just choose not to do that because I just like how Airbnb runs. Some of those places take 20 days and 30 days to pay you. I need my money like that. So, you know, some of them take, if a client complains, Verbal takes a long time. They hold your money. You know, PayPal holds your money. Verbal, they'll hold your money. I know Airbnb gonna get my money in 24 hours. So that's just a personal preference. But you can also too, if you feel like your business is slow, it's okay to do Verbal. You can link your calendars together in your Airbnb website. They do allow you to do that. So you can link your calendar so you won't have double bookings. You follow me? So you can link all your calendars there so you won't have double bookings. Because I would hate for you to have to do double bookings. Airbnb does not like you to cancel any kind of guest. They will charge you and they will make sure. So say your guest is booked for 4 days and you canceled it, they'll put it to where you can't book anybody for them 4 days. They do not like cancellation. Okay. Any other questions?
Yes, I got a question. I done been in an Airbnb where the police was called. You know, like I was renting there, or they was having a party there, and the police got called. So if that was to happen, do you know, like, do you get kicked off the Airbnb first, or is that's gonna be something that you got to do with your leasing office?
So with the so a lot of I'm in an Airbnb group, and people that if they see a party that's going on, they call the police fast. They call the police fast. Like,
you call the police on your own guests?
Yeah, you call the police on your own guests if you know they're about to tear up your house and destroy everything up in here. Yes, you got, if they not communicating with you, if you're like in your Airbnb app, like please you know, you don't have to say get the hell out, but please remove yourself and your belongings and your guests, and I'll give you 30 minutes to get your stuff, and you know, you have to depart my Airbnb. You got to get out, you know? So give them 30 minutes, and if they not moving, they like just partying up, and you just see heck of cars pulling up. That's why it's good to get in good with your neighbors so they can kind of watch your place, but you kind of don't want them in your business either, but they'll watch your place and all that kind of stuff too. That's why it's good to have a host, a cleaner that's like your property manager too. So you can say, go on and get these people out of my house, please, until let them know that you're going to be calling the police if they don't get out within the 30 minutes. But yeah, a lot of people call the police on there because, you know, people respect the authorities rather than respect our place. Because I done seen people terrorize Airbnbs. I done seen people write like really racist stuff on the walls, flood people apartments and all that kind of stuff. Now you see why I don't let people stay in my stuff? Like, nope. You won't, you can be an enemy or anybody. So I'm like, I'm really protective of my places. So yeah. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
You're so welcome. So also too, I know you had mentioned about the locks and all that kind of stuff. Don't let that discourage you because apartments really don't trip off of that kind of stuff. They really don't trip. And if you have a corporate lease, it ain't really not tripping. And if you do it under, just say you want to do it under your social, you want to do it under your social or whatever, you could just say, well, me and my kids live here and they need that lockbox in case of emergency, in case they can't get in because they walk home from school or blah, blah, blah. Like, I need this lockbox to be here. They really don't trip. 9 times out of 10, people, the leasing office don't never come to your apartment. They never even, you really don't even have to deal with everything because I pay my rent online through Rent Cafe. I have the Wi-Fi come out of my account. Like, I really don't, the only time I have to deal with them is the maintenance. I just had an issue with this guy where the my air conditioning didn't work. And he was, you know, a little overweight. So, you know, it's been hot out here in California. So it didn't work. So I was like, what would you like me to do? I was really nice to him. I told him I can accommodate him and give him the last month free. The last day free. If he doesn't want to stay there anymore, he can check out that morning and I won't charge him for that day. And I'm sorry, I apologize. It's out of my control. What can I do to fix this? Because I dread getting a bad review. My goal is to be a super host. So when you're a super host, you are booked and busy. Like all my places are booked like the whole October, November. You guys know they're having Freaknik in Atlanta and a lot of people wanted to book, but I'm like super booked up. I went up on my prices so I knew that weekend it was going to be super, a lot of people coming out there. So when you know things are coming to your city where you have your Airbnb, go up on your prices. You can edit your prices. Okay. Another thing is I like to look at other people's listing. I like to tweak what they're saying and then implement it in my listing. I like to do that too. I have names. I have special names for each listing. Special names. I have really cute names for my list, and I can help you guys out with that because you guys will be joining me in my support group on Facebook. Okay, so we're gonna move forward. Any more questions before we move forward?
I got one more question. Have you ever, like, some people rent their Airbnbs out to like people who doing like a video shoot or something like that? Have you ever done anything like
that? Some people, I don't mind the video shoot. But keep in mind, they might be standing on your couches. They might be acting crazy. So I don't know. Like, you can put that on there, but some people have like really nice, like wallpaper where people want to take pictures, do videos, do a lot of cute stuff, like a lot of content for their page, like, you know, so you can do that, but just keep in mind, I don't know if they're gonna act a fool or not, but you can look at their profile and kind of see what kind of genre of music they like or how this video is gonna go, like, you know? So yeah, you can do that too. A lot of people, I have people that just want to rent my Airbnb for a meeting. Like they just want to be in a nice atmosphere. Like one of my luxury places have like a rooftop. It has a high rise. It has a barbecue pit. It got a swimming pool. So they just want to utilize the outdoor amenities, but that's perfectly fine. If they tell me ahead of time, I'll probably go up on my pricing just because it might be a liability or not. I don't know, but you can rent to people with video shoots because a lot of people want to rent your Airbnbs for special occasions too. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So we're gonna go to the next slide. Yeah. So she's gonna give you guys some credit tips. If you guys have challenging credit, she does offer credit services. So I'm gonna hand it over to her.
Hi, everybody. It's Lanzea again. I am a credit repair and business consultant. My business is basically repairing and helping people repair their own credit, as well as structuring businesses for people, helping with business plans, helping scale your business, things of that nature. So I just wanted to give you guys a few tips for if you decide to do personal leasing and the beginning steps before you get your business credit if you decide to do corporate leasing. So what I've came to learn is that a lot of people haven't even checked their credit report in like a really long time. So just to start off like a do-it-yourself method, order your credit report. It's free. You can get it on freeannualcreditreport.com. Some of my clients use Chase, but I don't think it shows you all the 3 credit agencies. But you can use Chase. You can use Experian. They have a free basic program. Experian is like one of the top accurate reporting agencies, and it's free. If you want to do another one that shows you all 3, that's pretty cheap, like anywhere from $19 to $21 a month is Identity IQ and also Privacy Guard. So I'll put those in the chat in a little bit. But the first thing you want to do is get your credit report. You want to analyze your credit report, because if you do decide to go either way, if you do personal leasing, they're going to look at your credit score. You want to have at least a 620. If once you start your business credit, and if they ever ask you to be a personal guarantee for some type of business line or business credit line, Ashley's or anything like that, you want to have a minimum of a 622. So when you're analyzing your credit report, you want to check for correct information. That's everything. That's if they repoed your car, even though you haven't dealt with it in years. If you was only 30 days late and they repoed it at 45 days late, that's a violation. It's supposed to be 90 days. And I know that type of thing hurts people for years. So that's why you want to look it over. If you have a wrong address, an old address, a wrong last name, you want to check for all those inaccuracies and you want to clear it out. If you have to do a credit sweep, do a credit sweep, and that's dispute everything. Dispute the old addresses. You want to have one address, one name, one birthday, one job, and if you can add a business inside of your personal information, and then you don't want any collections, any derogatory marks. But if you do, like I said, when you start to dispute, you're disputing everything. If it's that bad. If it's not that bad, so when I say not that bad, that's bad credit. So what most people don't know is that it's money in bad credit. Anytime they violate you, they owe you money. If you don't know that, I mean, I teach all the time on my Instagram, so I'll drop that there, or it's here, but I'll drop it in the chat too. But they are violating you, and I just want you guys to know you don't have to be overwhelmed with your credit. It's not like a taboo thing. Just get it in order, and they work for you, so get it in order for you. Tell them what you want. So that's step number one. Get the credit report, analyze the credit report. Going back to bad credit is like 600 and under. So I know people who have 579s, and I had a person who had a 4, but she was so afraid of like credit and credit cards that she scared herself into using it. Her credit score was a 4. So I offered her building strategies. I helped her build her credit profile, and she got to a 735 in like 35 days because she didn't have anything. So if you're a person who don't have nothing on your credit, you don't use your credit at all, you never, like, phone bills don't go in there. Phone bills don't go in there unless you don't pay them. But if you have just a blank slate, you don't use credit cards or anything of that nature, you are in the perfect position to start building your credit. Credit agencies have up to 30 days to report out. So right now, if you're one of those people that's clean slate and it's bad, you can go to whoever you bank with. I always recommend credit unions. They always have good little programs that commercial banks don't have. So like I'm from Oakland, so there's a credit union called Provident. They offer a first-time car buyers program. I've never heard of Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, anybody doing anything like that. You start an account, maybe put however much, $5, $10, $20 in there, and then they give you 6 months. As long as you're with them for 6 months, you're considered a first-time car buyer with them. So that's a really easy way to get in with somebody. Maybe you want to make a big purchase like a car. But if you have nothing on your credit, you have this relationship with your credit union. Now you're getting your car. As soon as you pay your first car note, boom, you probably in the 600 or 700. So that doesn't take a full 90 days. That takes about 30 to 45 days. And you can, if you're gonna go the personal leasing route, you can start on the 50th day. So that's a really important thing to know. And also, secure credit cards and secure loans. Don't be scared to start low. I know, we all, especially my generation, is wanting instant gratification, but start low. If you could get a Capital One, for a secure Capital One, and put your own $200 on there, start there, because in 3 to 6 months, they can up it, and they can start offering you their funds where you're no longer a secured member. Or you can you can request a higher limit. I don't know if you guys know, but after 3 months of on-time payments, depending on the company, you can ask for a raise. You can ask for a higher limit. All they could do is tell you no, but 9 times out of 10, they're not going to tell you no if you've been paying on time. And one little trick for paying on time, you always want to pay 3 days before your statement date. So if you have a credit card and your statement date ends on the 27th, try to pay it on the week of the 20th. Don't pay it on the 28th, because wherever you're at, that's what's going to reflect for the next 30 days. So that's a tip too. But yeah, so either route that you're going, personal leasing or corporate leasing, you do kind of want to have your personal credit intact, at least a 620, which is not hard. like I said, dispute everything. If you're confused about what it is that you're attacking after you analyze your credit report, and if you don't have anything on there, start somewhere. So Capital Ones, Credit Ones, your local bank, secure card.
Self-lender is good.
Self-lender is good. That's a, you don't get a credit card, but it's a savings account. So you can pick a plan. Say you pick a $25 a month plan, and it'll say you'll have this savings account and plan for 12 months. At the end of the 12 months, you get your $500 plus a little bit of interest. So, and every month you pay that, that helps your credit score go up also. But yeah, I just want to encourage you guys to don't get overwhelmed with the credit, with the personal credit or the business credit. It is going to be an extra bill, but it's ways around it to where you're not just on stuck. Like everything is not going to take 6 months or a year. If you start now, 30 days in and out, 45 days, 60 days, like everything is not drawn out. But yes, so here is my website right here. I have all my services listed on my website. My Instagram is here. I just made like a new, I just made a new Instagram page because I was going off my personal page for a long time. And this is my email. Feel free to ask me any questions or just, you know, get some free tips from my content. And that'll be it for me. But Angel just went to the bathroom. So I guess I'll open up the chat if you guys have any questions about like credit or credit repair or anything like that. Or anything that you guys want me to repeat that you didn't get.
I have a quick question.
Okay.
Is it best when you're trying to get, because I had messed my credit up like last year, and I messed it up because I got too many credit cards, but so my credit score was like at a 7. So then it went down to, like you said, you had someone with a 400, but now it's still bad because I'm like right at a 580, but I've been paying things off. So is it best that I pay all of the low things off first or try to get the high ones paid off? That's like a hard inquiry.
Whatever fits in your budget. I do want to say something though. If you feeling overwhelmed with the balances, don't try to pay it off. Just try to get it to under 30%. As long as you're under 30% utilization, it'll help you because it, you know, it shows leverage, it shows balance. You don't have to try to attack all the bills at once. You know, if you have a 2,500, let's look it up. So if you have a, I don't know what that is, but if you have a $2,500 credit card, 30% of that is $750. So if you can get the balance down to $750, then you can move on to the next credit card. You don't have to like spend all this time on one credit card and one credit card limit. So take note of that, just 30%. If when you go on your Experian or whatever you have and you see your utilization, it'll say balance and it'll show how much you use. If it says 30 and under, you're good. You can move on to the next one.
Okay. So do you think Credit Karma is a good one to have to kind of show your progress, or another one maybe?
Sorry, I missed it.
How you know how you can have Credit Karma and then keep up with you and kind of tell you certain things to apply for and what not to apply for? Do you think that's a good app to have when trying to?
You can keep that, but I would recommend Experian too, because Experian doesn't show you like the credit card you should apply for. So you could keep Credit Karma for that, but Experian shows you what changed. So if you signed on today and then you sign back on the 30th, if anything has changed or like happened to your credit profile, it'll show you here's what's changed, and then it'll tell you you might be, since this change, you might be eligible for a new loan or a new credit card. It doesn't give you the names. So I would keep Credit Karma for that reason, but try to go with Experian, the basic one.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any more questions? Okay, I'm gonna start sharing the screen again. Angel is back.
I am back. If you guys need help with like organizing your credit, your business credit, this is the lady to go to. She organized baby growth. So y'all know when I was building, so I'm like an expert with business credit. Let me tell you why. I was building two businesses. So I was building my salon and I was building my tax business. I was building two companies at one time. Then I was working on my credit too. So come to find out, like the apartment complexes, they just look for like your criminal history, or if you like have bad credit, all they're gonna do is just charge you extra on the deposit. So like if you do feel like you have challenging credit, don't let that discourage you. Do not let that discourage you. The only thing that may affect you sometimes, when I do it under my business credit, they will do a background check. They might do a soft pull, but as long as you're in the 600s and like, I call her Zay Zay, that's her nickname. As long as you can have Zay Zay help, she'll get you together in 40 to 60 days. Sometimes people have bad credit because they don't have an established credit profile. They don't have anything reporting. So it's like you have bad credit too. So don't let that discourage you. And I want to challenge everybody that's on this webinar to tomorrow. This is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to go to apartment.com. And if you guys already know the cities where you want to have apartment at, even if you want to have a townhouse, I want you guys to go to apartment.com and apply for 3 rentals. Or call them and say, hey, or you guys have available studios, you guys have available 1 bedroom. My 2 bedrooms, it sleeps up to 7 people. Because in the master room, I have a queen bed. So if it's a couple, it's 2 people. My sofa bed sleeps up to 1. The second room sleeps 2 more. And then my, I can have 2, blow-up beds. What do they call I call them blow-up beds. Blow-up beds. But on the Airbnb platform, you can put that. You can put, I have a queen bed, I have a sofa bed, I have an air mattress, 2 twins. So you can say that like a bed, air mattress is considered as a bed. So like for my 2 bedrooms, I can say sleep up to 7. I can get 2 air mattresses, 2 people getting that queen, 1 person getting that sofa, the other 2 can get in those twin beds. So like you can sleep up to 7 people. And people love that. Like people, when they have their girlfriend trip, their cousins, their friends can all come over. They can all share the cost of Airbnb. So like 2 bedrooms, I make a lot of money off my 2 bedrooms so they can sleep up to 7 people. I like to get the air mattresses that already have the pump in here. I don't feel like buying separate pumps and don't fit. I like my system to run smooth, but air mattresses are good. Okay, so we're gonna move to the next slide. Business credit tips, yeah. So I already went over the business credit tips. I went over having your business structured correctly. Don't be scared to call these luxury apartments. I like my buildings to be luxury. I don't like to go the cheap way because sometimes when you go for cheap rent, the building is ran down. Sometimes old buildings have insects, they have rats, they have mice, the maintenance people, they're slumlords. So I like to go and do luxury. So like if you don't want to go to apartments.com and say you want to look for something in Oakland, just put in luxury apartments in Oakland, luxury high rise, luxury townhouses and things of that nature, look for those kind of things because you don't want to run into problems because the minute a guest sees a rat, a roach, or anything like that, because you went the cheap route, that's not good. So like even I know some people that live in Sacramento. Look, and Sacramento has a downtown. Whatever city has a downtown or an airport, get you an Airbnb in that city. Okay, so these are the 3 trade lines and the batch street number. We already discussed that. So we're gonna move forward. So I'm gonna put this up right here. Came up out of there. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry. My computer is acting up a little bit. Okay, so on your notes, put your 3 profitable cities. Mine is ATL. ATL is a party city. Everybody want to hit ATL, right? It's a party city. They don't have a lot of rules. Atlanta, you pretty much can do anything, but these are my 3 profitable cities. Florida, a lot of families like to travel to Disney World. It's a lot of museums, it's a lot of stuff. So part of my when I make my house book, I put all the like the hot spots. I put lounges, I put you know, where kids can go have fun, like, you know, museums, the jumping places. Like I'll put that all in my manual house book. You can also put that on the Airbnb platform too. You can make a guest book where you'll have, you can list like, if I have one in Oakland, I would put it's close to transportation, it's close to bus or Uber, all that good stuff. So I like to make my my house books really, really nice and fancy. So that's just an extra perk that I like to offer. I like to, every Airbnb that I have, they have a house book because they need to know the rules. Like I'll have stuff where I'll get, I have a plate set, I have knives, I have seasoning, I have a pot set. I make sure I get good pots. I'm not gonna buy my Airbnb no cheap pots. I'm sorry, because they like to cook. A lot of people like to cook. They don't like to eat out. So I buy non-stick pots. You know, you go to Walmart and get all that kind of stuff. I make sure they have a lot of sponges because one thing for sure, two things for certain, I don't want my guests to go to the sink and the sponge is super, super wet. Like that's just nasty to me. So I'll buy a bunch of those at the dollar store. I do a lot of dollar store shopping too. I'm not too good for the dollar store. Yeah, so those are profitable cities. So any questions or anything? So if you did miss the webinar, I am sending out the replay. So I know there's some people that couldn't get on tonight and they still purchased it. And I thank you guys for supporting me. I thank you guys for stepping out on faith. I do challenge you guys. I'm gonna add you guys to the Facebook group. I have your emails. I'm gonna send out the link. I do challenge you guys to call 3 apartments and, you know, ask them, do they accept corporate leasing and so on and so on. I challenge you guys. So when I make that group, I need to hear what your responses was. Put on your proper voice, okay? Put on your proper voice. Just, you know, ask them, do they have any vacancies? Do they have any look and lease specials? What are their concessions for the first 3 months? Do they have anything to offer you for moving in? Everything that I do is mostly like virtual. I'll book a virtual tour and the leasing office will walk me through the apartment. So I know if they walk me through it, I'm gonna have to get those bar chairs. I'm gonna have to get this. I already have a vision. Like before I even get my Airbnb, I already have a vision for that place. I already have it in my mind. The color scheme I want to go with. And if you guys are not like really good at staging and good with colors, I can help you guys. I'll be your mentor. You have a lifetime mentor for your journey. Okay. So I just didn't take your money, give y'all a webinar. You guys are stuck with me. So I'll be helping you guys along the way. Any other questions before we end the webinar? Now is the time. You wanna open up the chat? And also too, if you guys love the webinar, give me a shout out. Let me know. If you guys enjoyed it or not, was it useful? Because I really want you guys to just do it. Just do it. I'm telling you, it's gonna work itself out. Like I said, after this webinar, I'm gonna offer anybody that bought webinar tickets, I'm gonna offer you funding if you don't want to use your money, put your money up. And if you haven't built your business profile, I do have a lending company that I work with, and you don't have to have perfect credits. But yeah, so any questions before we end?
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Can you hear me? Even if you don't have a Dun and Bradstreet number, do you think it's good to still try to apply?
Yep. Still try to apply. Do you have an LLC?
Yes.
Okay, you have an LLC, yeah.
And a
So
business bank account.
Yeah, if you go to Duns and Bradstreet, it's free. So like, even if you call them, don't let them sell you into stuff. Won't they try to sell you? They'll try to sell you into all these packages and tell you need this. No, I just want a Duns and Bradstreet number. It's free. So you'll get that like in 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it takes 24 hours to get that. You need that and start building.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions before we end this webinar? Don't be scared. So we have no more questions?
Angel, how can we book like additional time with you? Do you have like a calendar, or do you have to like book like additional time with you?
Oh, you want like a one-on-one?
Yeah.
You want a one-on-one? That's fine. I can do a one-on-one.
Okay.
If you guys want a one-on-one, like I can coach you. If you're like nervous and scared, I can coach you on how you should approach this apartment. Does this city look good? Do you think it's profitable? Yeah,
What do you think about the Bay Area? What do you think about local Airbnb?
I love it. I love it.
Local?
Baby, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
San Francisco, Oakland, what city?
Get something local. Do not be scared to get some local. I tell people your first Airbnb, you want to be local because you want to be hands-on with everything.
Okay.
Yeah, local is good. Every city in the Bay Area got a downtown, right?
Yeah.
So even Oakland is good. Oakland got some nice places by the lake. They got a lot of high rises.
Okay.
Yeah, Bay Area. You can do San Francisco too. San Francisco is good. Everybody, to overlook the Pier 39 Fisherman is worth San Francisco. Yes.
I mean, even with the amount of rent, you still think it's feasible to get them in San Francisco?
Yeah, because because in San Francisco, your rent is probably $3,400, $3,700. If you get those concessions where they're offering 3 months free, your rent is going to be like $2,400, $2,500. If you get all your concessions throughout the 12-month lease, your rent is not going to be $3,700. So never let that discourage you.
Okay, what are those called? Like net effectives or something like that?
So they'll post it. It'll say like look and lease. Like just tell them what kind of specials are you guys running?
Okay. It'll
be on their site. Like pretty much primarily all these luxury apartments, they have some type of free 2 weeks, free 3. That's why I love apartments, because I know I'm gonna get a discount. I know it. I just know it. Especially look and lease. Like when you look and lease is called when you go look at the place and you say, hey, I want this, they'll give you that all those discounts that day.
Okay.
They'll send your application and all that stuff. They'll put you on inside of their system that you wanted that place. But you can also tell them too, hey, I want to put $200 down and I'm not ready to move to November. How is that? Would I still get the discounts and all that stuff? They'll still give it to you.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, I'll probably just call you or text you randomly.
You want to call me? Okay. So yeah, Yeah, because I'm, like I said, I'm your mentor. So you guys took the class. So you also are paying for me to help you mentor you guys too. But I'm also challenging you guys to apply for 3 apartments just to see. Just to see what the requirements are. You may have been looking at this luxury apartment and you probably want like 2 particular apartments and you're probably not ready to get it yet, but you know that apartment takes corporate leasing. So when you get ready, you know to go secure that lease in December or January when you're ready.
So if you ready, how long do you think it'll take to actually get one? Like if you got all your ducks and stuff lined up.
If you got all your ducks in a row, it literally took me 3 weeks, a month.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of times too, I'm gonna be very transparent. A lot of apartments use third-party companies to do their corporate leasing applications. So they have to forward it over to the company, and the company got to see if you're high risk, low risk, or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much. So are you guys like excited? Do you guys feel like you guys are ready for Airbnb? You feel like this platform will work for you? Like, how are you guys feeling?
I want to do one ASAP.
I'm excited. Me too.
Yeah.
Girl, let me tell you, it's like I make money like when you first start. Okay, let me tell you another trick I have with Airbnb. I'm always on there. Like I'm always on my Airbnb site. Like I play with it. So like, for instance, last week I was 165. I went down to 155. And as you make changes to your listing, it'll make you go up on the list. So when people are looking for places, you'll be at the top. Every day I go in there and then it'll make me go to the top because I'm changing my listing. And Airbnb like for you to change your listing and never do smart pricing. I don't do smart pricing because sometimes they can mess you up and you'll be getting a space, you'll be renting your space for like $40, $50. Like, I don't do smart pricing. I put my own pricing in here. And if I want to change my pricing, I change it on my own manually. I don't have time for that smart pricing.
Angel.
Yes.
So should we if I was already like renting Airbnbs, is that the app that we go on to start playing around with, or is it the Airbnb D&D that you said?
The Airbnb actual platform, the Airbnb app, I play with that all the time, like every day. I go in there and I start playing with my listing. Sometimes I may get lazy. Like when I first started, you be under a lot of pressure.
I have it on my phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like when I get bored, I start messing with my listing all the time. I like to play around with your listing because that's gonna bring you to the top. That's gonna bring you to the top every time. That's a gem that I drop. A lot of people do webinars and they don't drop the gems because they're intimidated. Yeah, I'm not. Because I feel like I'm good at what I do. Anything that I touch, I feel like it's gonna prosper and it's gonna do well. So I'm not worried about the next person. You may surpass me and have 10 Airbnbs. Yes, by all means do it. Because if I can run all my businesses through my phone, yes. So this is the best thing going. I'm gonna tell you.
Mama, I got a question. What about taxes?
So they send you a 1099 at the end of the year.
Okay.
That's another that's a good question. That's another thing why I got into Airbnb, because I have a client and she rents out her room. She wants out renting her rooms because her son went to college, and a lady make like $40,000 just by renting her room. So I'm like, oh, I can do this, but she didn't give me a whole lot of information. And then your expenses is you pay rent, right? You have to buy supplies, you have to pay Wi-Fi. So those, you can expense all your stuff. So that looks good. A 1099 is amazing.
Do you recommend we go on tour? So if the Airbnb is out of state or whatever, do you recommend I fly to that state to look at the apartment before I sign that lease, or try to sign a lease virtually?
When I'm out of town, girl, and I'm gonna just be honest with you guys, most of the people on here were colored, right? I don't like people to misjudge me, and be playing with me. So I put on my proper girl voice and I try to get the stuff before they even see me. They don't even know what nationality I am. And I'm not being biased. I'm not, being funny, but we have it the worst. So a lot of times they don't want us in them luxury high rises and all that. So I tend to not go in there. Just a personal preference, but you can, by all means, you can go in there if they approve you, or if you feel like you don't want to go in there, or you do want to go in there, just dress really nice and put on your proper girl voice and do it.
Okay.
Any other questions? So are you guys excited about hosting your Airbnbs? Do you guys got your cities in order? Because you can do one right in Oakland. I kid you not, you can do one right in San Francisco.
Yep, I'm gonna start here.
Yes. Hello, you on the right track? Yes. Because I'm gonna tell you, your first one can be here or a city that you visit all the time, because you are hands-on with your property and you gonna know what to do in that case. Like if a party is going on, you can just ride over there with your boyfriend, ride over there with your uncle, or you know what I'm saying? I like to run my businesses wherever my city is at first. You can give it that, let it be that test run. But if you don't want to, you don't have to.
I just want to test run.
Yes, Airbnb rent. People want to rent Airbnbs everywhere.
I mean, we're in the Bay Area, so we're in a high traffic area anyway. I mean, I could see if we were in like a small town where nobody rents Airbnbs, but I mean, in the Bay Area, people are always. I mean, San Francisco is a tourist attraction. I mean, people stay.
Yes, say that again. Yes, and the good news is too, people out of the country are now able to travel now. Mm-hmm. They dropped the holds. Did you guys see that on the news?
No.
Yeah, they dropped the orders where people out of the country can travel now. So the Bay Area is really good to get.
I mean, it's always been booming. I mean, we have a booming economy here. So
yeah,
I mean, it's not, I mean, I don't think, if whoever's in the Bay Area, I really don't think we can really you can't really lose. Shoot. I mean,
you won't lose out here. You will not lose.
I don't think, this is my speculation. I'm not in the game to really be able to say facts, but just for my speculation, I mean, being in the Bay Area, shoot, it's just it's a gold mine here in terms of like our economy.
I don't think they heard you in the back. It's a gold mine here. It's a gold mine here. When it is like, it's a privilege to be able to live in the Bay Area. It's a privilege to live in California. I'm proud when I say, I live in California, everywhere I go. I live in California. The first thing they say, how do you afford to live there?
Right.
I just do it. I have 3 or 4 businesses going on. I got a side hustle over here. So like the Bay Area, you will never lose. Do not let that high rent discourage you.
No.
Because I have somebody that has a house in San Jose and she rents out each room. Like each room she charge $80 to $89. So times $89 times 3.
Yeah.
$89 times 3, you winning, right?
Yeah, I mean, you come to the Bay Area, you expect to pay. It's just one of those cities where you just expect to pay. I mean, if you live here, you expect to pay to live here. If you visit here, you expect to pay to visit here. It's just one of those. It's just one of those cities.
It's just one of those cities.
It's one of those cities.
Yes. And the other places, like when you go to Atlanta, all the places like their rent is like $1,600, like literally, and it's crazy because people only want to pay like $99 for Atlanta, $80. They're not gonna pay the 178, the 189. If they do, man, it better be like just like fully loaded, just a butler, concierge, just like everything. But you can make money there too. A lot of people in Atlanta, they do themed Airbnbs where they do themes. Like there's somebody called the Fabulous Factory. Her whole apartment is like pink. They have
themed. Okay, I like that too. That's cute too.
Yeah, a lot of people do themes like Reno, like Tahoe. You can do a game room theme. You do where you have tons of games. You have a movie theater. You have like they call it theme content apartments, content houses, and all that kind of stuff. The people charge like $400, like $400 to $500.
That would excite me. I would love to do a themed apartment.
Yes, you can. A theme is where the money at. And I'm gonna tell y'all, that's my next thing. That's my next thing. A theme.
You should do it. I would love to do a themed
You would kill it. Like you
I
would
would love to do it.
it's
I,
the bomb.
I would
Girl,
love it.
follow Fabulous. I think her name is Fabulous Fudge. There's one in Arizona. Her whole house.
Send me,
is like-
what's her name, or send me her link on Instagram.
Okay, I'll send y'all the link on Instagram. I will. You guys, Instagram. Send me the link. Like you can put in Google theme Airbnbs or Playhouse Airbnbs. You can do so much with Airbnbs. Like a lot of people were renting spaces out and they were putting their hair salons on Airbnb platform too, rent it out.
Yeah.
When the salons were closed, you can do so much with that. Even if you feel like you can't make that rent, you can turn it to anything. I'm telling you.
Okay.
You can have a place where a platform where you're doing a bunch of just photo shoots and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. Love it. Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
you guys are going to kill it. I was thinking in existence, like you are gonna kill it on Airbnb. I wish to God I did this like years ago, but I didn't. But I have a client and she literally makes $40,000 without doing nothing, just renting that one room. Like one room, she makes $40,000. She gets a 1099 every year.
Okay.
All right, so we went into 10 o'clock. I really enjoyed you guys. I want to thank you guys again for messing with me, for supporting me. Y'all know I'm about my money, I'm about my business, and this platform is amazing, and I can't wait to see your Airbnbs. Like you guys can text me like, Angel, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Match this, I'm gonna tell you. And I'm gonna tell you too, my bedroom or the living room is my cover picture on my Airbnb place. They want to see where they're gonna be, like the bedroom or the couch area. I never have like the kitchen, or some people that have like really nice luxury apartments, they'll have the swimming pool area as their cover picture. But you can strategize on what you want your cover picture to be like. You can send me over the pictures and I can tell you, you're gonna need to put some filter on that. But yeah, so we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna send an email to you guys within a couple of days with the replay, and you guys can go back and replay and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm gonna add you guys to this Airbnb support group, okay?
Thank you, Angel.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Give me a shout out, y'all, because I got y'all back.
Yes, thank you.
Got it.
Sweetheart.
Good night.
All right. Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, same to you guys.
Thank you.
Bye, you guys.
Let me